never know when you might need a bit of paper.
Okay, guys, we're back with the 24-hour board game marathon. We are about to play Paranoia, which I've heard very good things about. It's a role-playing game?
Yes.
Question mark? So we've all been given character sheets, which we have to keep secret from each other. We've all been given cards. Craig is going to run this game as he obviously is the master of Paranoia, apparently. So I will hand you over to Craig, and we shall devise ourselves from there.
So this Paranoia is a role-playing game set in Alpha Complex, which is the only world that the players will ever need to know. Outside has been ravaged by wars or nuclear winter for many years, and is obviously so inhospitable that Friend Computer has saved humanity by bringing them all within Alpha Complex to protect them. And it has been doing this very well for a number of years. It is a utopia, and you know this is a utopia because Friend Computer has told you it is a utopia.
Roger.
And Friend Computer doesn't lie. And
At all.
you are a group of red clearance troubleshooters who have served the computer in shooting trouble. It is your primary role. This may be finding those devilish commie mutant traitors that are hiding within Alpha Complex, or just doing odd jobs, such as delivering this bucket of food to a local green clearance INSEC agent, or so on and so forth. You will see on your character sheet your name at the top. So there are a number of different characters here. And if you'd like to, it always goes your name, your security clearance, your home sector, and then your clone number, which in this case is clone number 1. Talking of clones, you each have 6 clones. Be prepared to lose them.
Okay.
That sounds like a waste of resources, Friend Computer, and I'm certain I won't need any more clones.
Oh, we can but hope. But if you want to just go round and introduce yourselves from your character sheets.
Hello, I am Arm.
Oh, read it all out.
Security clearance is R. My home sector is EE, and I'm clone #1.
So this is Arm RE, and he's clone 1. And
I'm Command R Vime.
Indeed, because I had to get a reference in whilst we were in Wincanton somewhere. Next up.
I am Murd RS.
Excellent.
That sounds good.
Not at all. Not in the slightest. Spud.
I'm Anne. Where's the rest of my name?
Anne R.
Key.
Oh dear.
I'm Rob R.E.
Rob
Robert
R.E. Oh, okay. That seems legit.
I have concerns about the team.
Yeah, I already have concerns about. I've only just met people by name, and I already have concerns about the team.
Yes, murderous.
Yeah.
Friend Computer would not have chosen your team for their task if they weren't adequately suited to it.
Okay.
Who here has the honour of being the hygiene officer in their bonus duty, which is the orange card that was issued to you?
I do all my own wiping.
I do. No.
No, happiness officer. That's the one I mean. You're the happiness officer.
I'm responsible for ensuring that all happiness-related activities are carried out satisfactorily.
Excellent.
Nice.
Now we have special permission for this, as it is a prop for the session. You are in charge of the happiness pills for the team. Please ensure that you hand out only the suitable clearance happiness pills. Because you are all red clearance, you are only allowed to use any item that is red or black, basically. Okay. So here's your happiness pills to hand out. They are definitely of the correct clearance.
Of course. Let me just...
Only the red ones, right?
Yes, only
Red
the red
or
ones.
Or black.
Okay.
So
I don't think we're getting happy.
Please be quiet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can provide assistance counselling and additional happiness for anyone failing to be happy.
That's excellent. You're a good part of the team. I like that.
Yeah, crucial structure.
He sounds confident but not happy. Maybe he needs some happiness pills.
Please don't question my happiness officer. Can I introduce myself, please, Frank Computer?
of course.
I'm the team leader, and
Oh, okay.
I'm going to whip this team into shape.
Are you
The
happy
shape
with
might
that?
not be, it might be like a puddle. I'm very happy about being the team leader, and I think that we're going to succeed together to make Alpha Complex the best Alpha Complex it can be.
Nice.
Give this man a raise. That would make him happy.
There's no money in Alpha Complex.
I am the loyalty officer,
Excellent.
ensuring that you are loyalty is utilised and maintained and appropriate at appropriate and approved levels.
So not too loyal, just the correct level of loyal.
Yeah, exactly. Appropriate levels of loyalty.
Yeah, because too loyal is just
Too loyal is very bad.
Excellent.
Can't trust someone that's too loyal.
No, never.
And Arm?
Well, I am your combat officer.
Marvelous.
I am here to serve and protect, deciding and explaining on our tactics, instructing and demonstrating best practice in combat, ensuring that all combats are carried out satisfactorily, and determining what went wrong. You may address me as sir, but yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. And
Oh,
Anne?
That is my name, definitely. Yes, I am the equipment officer. I'm responsible for ensuring all equipment is used appropriately and at approved levels, so don't use it at a level that, is above your skills. Overseeing the maintenance and safekeeping of all equipment, preventing wrong activities with the correct use of equipment, and vice versa. So, yeah.
Excellent work, team.
And returning all mission-specific equipment to the issuing official.
That's very important.
okay.
Absolutely.
Incredibly important.
Can't leave tools in the hands of tools.
No, definitely.
So, you are all in Alpha Complex doing your various jobs, whether it's overseeing the algae chip production or the dimonohydroxide treatment plants. When you all get an alert from Friend Computer. Greetings, citizen. This is the computer. You are ordered to briefing room AB in sector DOJ. There you will be briefed for your first mission. This mission will not be dangerous at all. You will enjoy it. Happiness is mandatory. Thank you for your cooperation.
Thank you, Friend Computer.
Thank you, Frank Computer.
I'm so happy right now.
I'm gonna smash a happiness pill.
Whoa, excuse me.
Quit
Happiness
acting
officer.
correctly. Yeah.
I do believe.
Did you issue a happiness pill
I did
to
not. It
the
was
loyalty officer?
Viciously stolen.
Loyalty officer, please explain your actions.
I wanted to make sure that I was of appropriate levels of happiness before the happiness encounter.
Happiness
occurred.
officer. Why was the loyalty officer not an appropriate level of happiness?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I offered assistance counselling and additional happiness. but I
Excellent work. Then we're a great team, and I'm leading you well. We head to ABDOJ.
I'm glad he's using the appropriate equipment to the correct level.
That's
Yeah.
important.
I only had one pill.
So
Correctly.
Yeah, correct.
you
Correctly
get
equipped
to the
happy pill.
you get to the briefing room, and there you find a rather well-dressed looking gentleman in a lovely purple jumpsuit, he is much higher clearance level than you all. His name, visible just above his head, thanks to your eyeball implants, is Cosmo v DOJ. He sits you down, and he looks round. Hello, troubleshooters.
Hello.
Hello, Cosmo.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
We have a slight issue in Alpha Complex at the moment. It appears that, unfortunately, due to the work of traitorous elements within Alpha Complex, a black level corridor has mistakenly been painted white.
Unbelievable.
Can't believe someone would do this with my equipment.
Disgrace.
It is indeed a severe infraction, not least because it has prevented a number of infrared workers from getting to their jobs. This corridor happens to be the only exit from their barracks. And for the last few months, algae chip production has been down 300%.
It's ridiculous.
We need those algae chips
Yeah.
Indeed we do.
for eating or computer work.
And therefore
Whichever kind they are.
you have all been selected due to your many varied and highly useful skills to rectify this situation. Now, you will need to travel to the corridor. We will arrange appropriate transport for you.
What are you pointing at? Munch. These.
Bag of Skittles.
What about them?
Those are happiness pills.
Oh yeah.
They're vital.
Those are
Friend
happiness
computer,
pills.
I'm hearing a strange voice in my heads-up display that isn't friend computer. Could you please explain?
But it's friend computer.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, other friend computer.
What other friend computer?
One friend, just the one friend computer. Thank you, friend computer.
Do we need to dispense pills to address the sanity?
I'm perfectly happy and perfectly sane. And if you question me again, I'll have the loyalty officer give you a dressing down.
Oh, but I could not
I'm
question
the team
friend
leader.
computer and the team leader's sanity.
Thank you.
Hearing the two voices of friend computer.
Meanwhile, you can hear from the door that you entered a pounding. Sounds like someone's banging on the door. It's like, why is this door locked? I'm meant to be in this briefing room. This is delaying imported Alpha Complex business.
Equipment officer, open that door immediately.
I would love to. Let me fill out the required forms. How do I open a door in this game?
I would suggest the handle. It's standard issue. You are the equipment officer, aren't you?
He's got to use standard issue handles. What if he doesn't have standard issue handles?
First, I must fill out requisition form GB6102 to oversee the maintenance and safekeeping of all of these handles
Excellent idea.
to ensure effective team operations.
I will
As
be.
decreed by team.
I would like to point out that I will be the one responsible for the effective team synergies.
Of course.
No one else is getting the credit.
No, but as someone using the paperwork of the team leader,
That's more like it. I'd like the cut of your jib if jibs were, not
Wait.
prohibited.
Precisely which form was it you were requisitioning?
a very important one.
A very
GB6102.
GB6102, excellent. There is a small drone that comes out of the wall and issues you with that exact form. Please fill it out and return.
Excuse me. Hygiene officer. Oh, sorry, happiness officer.
Happiness. It would make him happy to have this pen.
I was so
Equipment
sad
officer.
without this pen.
Why have you not issued everyone with the standard issue pen?
They have not been authorised to operate the equipment effectively.
Then you need to look after the pens.
If you decree that people need pens to operate effectively, I may issue
Fill out the
them
form.
once they have filled out.
Less chatting, more forming.
As
I think I'm going to need a happy pill after this dressing down.
after the whilst you are collecting the form and things like this, you suddenly notice that Cosmo is no longer in the room. In fact, there appears to be a rather suspicious-looking metal bulkhead where Cosmo once was. At which point the door opens and in rushes a rather harried-looking blue clearance briefing officer, whose name is Earl. Earl B. DOJ. He comes rushing in, and it's right. Oh,
Hello,
you're all-
sir.
You're all here. Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Hi, Al.
Excellent. Brilliant. You guys are here for the mission, yes?
Of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. Excellent. Right. So you are to be taken to a portal to outdoors.
But I've never been outdoors.
None of us have. This is why it's such an exciting mission.
Friend computer,
Yes, citizen.
someone's talking to me about a place called Outdoors that I believe sounds very treasonous.
It would normally be treasonous, however, special dispensation has been issued for this mission for you to further Alpha Complex in its needs.
Thank you, friend computer. I have doubts about the equipment officer. Goodbye.
So, he sort of looks at you for a moment as to what exactly is going on, but then continues. Right, you're going to need to go along to the R&D department, where they're going to issue you with a device that will allow you to locate a crashed Vulture craft Mark 6. You are going to have to find this craft, and in the cargo hold, you will find a number of 2-meter-long cylinders. They are indigo clearance, so do not open or touch them. Just get them back to Alpha Complex by any means necessary. Okay? Excellent. Now, the outdoors is quite bizarre in many respects. Very different from our own beloved Alpha Complex. Apparently, outdoors is exceedingly white. The ceiling in the outdoors is blue. But you shouldn't worry about security clearances. It's just the way things are in the outdoors.
It sounds disturbing and strange.
I would think that would be the case as well. But it's all right. Your care has been noted, and you will be fully debriefed at the end.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Sir. We're keen to get on with our mission.
Excellent. So I've sent you the guide to the R&D department, at which point there is a large yellow arrow that appears floating in front of your eyes. It's very, very large, very yellow, and it seems to be pointing out of the door through which you entered.
I adjust my heads-up display to make the arrow slightly smaller,
Excellent.
and then I walk out following the arrow.
Completed my door handle access permit form.
Wonderful.
Please don't waste forms. You don't need to go through that door anymore. We go back out the way we came in. Come on, team!
Okay.
I would like to request some outside equipment from the equipment officer.
Which equipment?
I don't know.
We are going to the R&D department. I believe we're going to be issued with equipment there. So it will head there.
At which point you may request it from me.
Awesome. Just as long as there's equipment.
You are taken to the R&D department, which appears to be a large hangar-sized room, in which there is a small table in the very, very centre, and just one very small, mousy-looking woman who sits there, and she sort of looks up at you.
Does she look mousy, like she's like a mutant mouse person? Or like just like the adjective mousy, like she looks shy?
She is in fact a registered mutant and looks exactly like a mouse.
Excellent.
Nice.
I'm going to cock my laser gun.
They are a registered mutant. Although being a mutant is indeed highly treasonous, this person has stepped forward to register their mutant power. You can see a number of gold stars flashing by their name, which indicates that they are indeed slightly traitorous, and you should maybe not trust them fully.
I look at her distrustfully.
So, the labs are otherwise empty, and she looks round and sees you all. Ah, excellent! You're all here for the mission to the outdoors, correct? Squeak.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Mom.
Can I question what the mousy woman's name is, please? Because obviously, you know, for loyalty purposes, if we're getting a lot of flare-ups on a heads-up display that she isn't very loyal, I'd like for her to identify herself.
Of course I did.
Her name, and it is above her head, is Raven, and she is blue clearance, and again from Sector DOJ.
Okay.
Now, you are issued with a number of items for this squeak mission. Which one of you is the equipment officer?
Equipment officer, state your name.
Anarchy. This was the name I was given at birth. Please do not deride my happiness
Oh,
with your invention. Science happened. I exist. Please offer happy pills.
Loyalty officer, please.
My
Show me your
sadness.
clearance level.
Red.
I'm afraid you don't qualify, but I will help you in maintaining team morale and identifying and eliminating any lack of happiness that's underlying this.
So
My morale has been.
you are
undermined.
issued with a number of pieces of equipment.
Excellent.
Now, is there any additional equipment that you think you will need for this mission?
What equipment do we have? I asked on behalf of the leadership.
Thank you, I appreciate your
leadership.
loyalty officer.
Not a problem.
Perhaps you could learn something from the loyalty officer.
In this guy's boots. Allow me to read out loud. Standard issue, Brunt and Compass. Could you please make this available to the team? Team lead, team officer?
You're in charge
team
of
leaders?
equipment officer.
Yes, no.
I can't do your job for you.
No, but as the team lead, I believe you are the best man to hand the equipment to the team.
I would like you to hand the equipment to the team, thank you.
Thanks very much. Is this my compass?
Yes. We also have a 6-man tent, canteens, a mess kit, propane stove, heavy winter clothing, snowshoes, snow goggles, manual entitled Treating Frostbite, propane lighters, electric socks, and chapstick for ensuring happiness during this snow blindness.
So I would like to request sunscreen and light cotton clothing, please.
Of course, you can indeed have that as well.
Thank you.
I'm not entirely sure why it is exceedingly cold outside. It is not heated as it is here in Alpha Complex.
Yes, no, I believe it. I would just like to test the effects of outside on members of the team that don't fulfill their duties correctly.
Wonderful, that sounds like a perfect use of resources. You can indeed have some light clothing and sunscreen. Now, would anyone else like any other equipment for this mission?
Yes, please.
What would you like?
Armoured helmets in case of Yeti attacks.
Yeti.
What exactly is a Yeti?
Fear of the unknown, sir.
I feel that this is indeed something that you would need to protect yourself against. Therefore, you can have some red clearance armoured helmets as well.
I put on
Never
my,
left.
I put on my
And
helmet.
yet I fear for my head.
Do you not feel I should have some sort of weaponry?
What sort of weaponry would you like?
A laser bazooka.
Yeah, we don't really have a laser bazooka. However, I do have in here. Where is it? There we go. Yes, that ought to do. Here you go. Have a Gauss rocket launcher.
Awesome.
That should help you out nicely.
Lovely.
Now,
Use it correctly. And
I shall.
Do you have any
Everything
items
will
that
be
could help with team
fabulous.
discipline
I shall.
in case anyone needs to be disciplined?
I believe you have Red Clem's pistols for that use.
Yes, of course.
May I have some explosives in case of debris blocking our path?
In case of wanting to explode anything.
Well, we might not be able to get into the ship.
Some explosives? Yes, you can indeed have some explosives. Now,
You need to be careful with the explosives being your combat officer. Just saying.
Very
I
true.
like the combat officer.
Yeah.
Just saying.
from
Pay attention to the combat officer.
in the
He's doing his
distance,
job.
in the distance, you can hear the stamping of feet and a monotonous hut, 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 hut. And in through the door appears a group of green INSEC goons, internal security goons, who come charging in, pick all of you up, and start frog marching you out of the door. They've even
shoots through the roof. I love being carried.
I love
you are picked up and you are carried through Alpha Complex all the way to a white corridor.
This is
Excellent.
the corridor.
Right, here you are.
this the one?
So long, good luck.
Is this the white corridor that should have been painted black?
At which point they turn around and start marching off. Again going hup, 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 hup.
Frank, yeah, I have a question. If may so ask.
Yes, citizen.
Is this very hall the hall that was supposed to be painted in a black colour as opposed to a white colour?
I don't quite understand what you're talking about.
Never mind.
This corridor is black.
Roger, thank you.
Equipment officer, lead the way.
Yes.
I watched the equipment officer walk into the corridor and see if anything happens to him.
So you're going to walk down the corridor, are you?
I would like to raise one potential issue.
Yes?
This white corridor that is black, we did not bring the requisite paint. More supplies are required from Friend Computer. We were unfortunately unprepared for our job.
Right, okay.
Unfortunately, I believe this falls on my head as I was rushed into the task.
Does anyone have a pen? Does anyone have a pen with black ink?
Yes.
I mean, is it
Colour in the
white ink
walls.
or...
Yes.
Oh no, I haven't.
Colour in the walls, please. There we go, problem solved.
My question to team leader is, do we need to colour them in now?
Just a little bit so we can go down there.
Okay.
We can do some on the way back as well.
Friend Computer chimes into your notice of requirements for completing this. But we couldn't possibly just hand out black paint. I mean, that would cause all sorts of havoc. Can you imagine if someone were to take that black paint and paint an ultraviolet corridor black? It would cause terrible problems. I mean, the entire security of Alpha Complex would be compromised. No, you cannot have any black paint.
Let's have both ultraviolet, black and white paint so we can right the wrongs caused by our temporary passage down this corridor we are supposed to be repairing.
My friend, what about it?
Nothing.
But this corridor doesn't need repairing. The corridor is black.
I lead the way, strongly and firmly down the corridor.
Like a true leader.
Like a leader leading from
like
the
a
front.
leader.
I push past the equipment officer and the happiness officer who's scribbling on the wall with a pen.
The corridor is about 25 meters long,
Yes.
and you probably get about a third of the way down it before, at the end you've just come from, there's a blue clearance citizen walking past. Looks down. Excuse me, Friend Computer. There appears to be a red clearance troubleshooter
I take off my jumpsuit.
walking down an ultraviolet corridor. This is Tower. He must be a traitor. Friend Computer was, yes, you are exactly right. This cannot possibly be allowed. He is obviously a traitor. Please, would one of the assembled troubleshooters please terminate the team leader
I
for
quickly start putting
treason?
my jumpsuit back on.
I recommend use of the Gauss rocket launcher.
Gauss rocket launcher in effect.
I would recommend not wasting Friend Computer's resources and Alpha Comics' resources.
I believe this was no innocent mistake.
Just
We
have
aim
it to
to
fire.
lead the entire team of us to our deaths
Right.
as a mutant.
Okay, excellent. If you can mark off 1 point of moxie. Excellent. So you would like to shoot the rocket launcher at the team leader?
Not yet. I think it might be a bad idea.
Okay.
I don't think we should question Friend Computer's distribution on who is loyal and who isn't loyal. Obviously, Friend Computer is the only thing that we know. in
I
existence.
agree as I
He
continue
is-
down the corridor.
He has determined that the leader is unloyal. Therefore, we need to execute Friend Computer's
I would like to
orders
appoint the
and-
loyalty officer for poor grammar. He means disloyal. And also he's wrong. I'm very loyal.
I would.
I keep walking down the corridor.
I listened to the loyalty officer on advice of the best action to take.
Wonderful. In that case, we have some dice over here. So, can you tell me what on your sheet you have a number of skills?
This is tremendous.
Can you find
I love
the
it.
skill marked guns?
We've been playing this game for approximately
Found.
20 minutes.
Okay, and what is the
someone's
number
now
there?
shooting someone else
2.
with a rocket.
2. Is it plus 2 or
It's
minus?
plus 2.
Excellent. And can you tell me?
doing this, Ben, do you want to check?
Can you tell me what your
Yes.
violence skill is as well?
My violence skill is +1.
+1. Therefore, you need to roll three of these white dice plus the red dice.
Sheree, thank you very much for
You're
the
looking
follow.
for any 5 or 6s for successes.
Lawrence at what?
We have a
At
5.
Watton Games? At Watton Games? Thank you.
Excellent. Okay. You sort of take out the the rocket launcher, load it. There's a rather big red button, nice and easy to push.
Correct equipment use. I just want to clumsy in all direction.
And you fire. There's a big swirl of smoke, and this rocket goes screaming all the way down the corridor, narrowly missing and imploding upon the back wall, where a large chunk of Alpha Complex is sort of just crumbles away. However,
I continue walking down the corridor.
It's more of a warning shot, I think.
Sorry, Craig, to interrupt.
the you are now probably about halfway down the corridor, and Frank Computer is still unsure as to why everyone is not trying to get in on this traitor. It seems you will need incentivizing. 100 XP points to the first person to kill the team leader.
I start running down the corridor.
I take another shot.
Wonderful, wonderful. If you would
chime in on this with some sort of...
Some sort of
Will that help
thing.
this situation?
Yes, yes, it will. Thank you very much.
As
Which
the most
one
loyal
would you like to
equipment officer,
use?
of course.
You know which one I want to use.
I do indeed. So, this is where the action cards come in. These are things that people can play in order to do new things with the action. So, in this, Anarchy has played Great Victory. Things are definitely going to go right in this instance.
Can't afford another miss.
Yeah.
And our good friend, Command R. Vimes, has used Jam. Now, this weapon, this has two effects. One, the target weapon jams, or, the better one, the scene now somehow involves jam.
Can I request that the jam is molten hot?
It is indeed molten hot, having been fired at very, very high velocities.
Excellent.
But which
And-
flavour?
Strawberry.
Okay.
So you only have clearance for.
However,
So what have clearance
you see him running down the corridor. He's almost to the end of the corridor. There is no need to roll for this one because it is a great victory for the troubleshooters as this ball of molten jam goes through Command's torso and splatters against the previously destroyed wall.
Wonderful.
Sealing up the breach.
However, this does mean that the traitor...
Dead.
Yes, you are indeed dead.
I've died in a role-playing game. I guess I should leave.
No, not in this instance, because in a few seconds a small drill comes up through the floor, at which point it opens up and reveals a new clone of Command. He is
Hello,
now,
team.
He is now on clone 2 out of 6, at which point he has no memory of any previous actions. He loses sort of the last few minutes before his death and comes back bearing no grudges at all against anyone who might have killed him for treasonous action.
Then there's no need to discuss.
Right, team. We should get on with this.
A friend computer question, should I be marking anything down for my excellent actions of destruction?
Indeed, you should be marking down that you have been awarded 100 XP.
Lovely.
Wonderful.
I knew I should have killed
Is
it.
that for all involved?
Question coming from one of our observers
Excellent.
that Raspberry is the king of jams. What's your opinion on this?
Raspberry is the best jam out of game, but in game, strawberry jam is red level clearance, and thusly is the only jam I'm aware of.
Friend Computer, can I re-question the Loyalty Commander's loyalty, considering the question was directed at Friend Computer and Loyalty Commander...
I didn't want to waste friend computer's time with meaningless questions.
Oh, okay. Well... yeah.
As you can see, this is roughly how a troubleshooter party normally goes.
It's generally just sort of arguing towards the conclusion.
Exactly.
And in that spirit, I lead the team onwards. Team, move! We haven't much time.
And in answer to the question, yes, Raspberry is indeed the king of jams, but Strawberry is happy.
Happy, happy jam.
Happy jam.
So, you are now back at the start of the corridor. Down the far end, you can see your
Smouldering corpse.
yeah. You
Smouldering
maybe
jam
wonder
covered
for a moment
corpse.
what exactly happened, but
was a
now
jam sandwich
you need
incident.
to carry on with your mission, which is to rectify the issue of this corridor.
Which way is our arrow pointing? Down the corridor.
Away from here.
I follow the arrow.
Excellent. Okay. You start following the arrow, and it goes along a corridor, and then it takes you along a left turn, then another left turn, and then another left turn,
Oh, good.
and now you're back at the corridor.
Excellent. Equipment officer,
Yes.
get some paint.
May I requisition, friend computer, some paint that we can use for things
You asked
conducive to our task?
you asked for paint before, equipment officer.
I had an idea.
This. Tell me, are you part of the treasonous plot involving this corridor?
I'm not aware of any treasonous plot. May the loyalty officer inform me of any treason that may be taking part so I can react appropriately to this treason.
I feel as though you are indeed possibly part of this. I am not sure yet. And therefore, before we can determine your guilt, we will mark that you are possibly treasonous. Please, have a treason star.
Great.
May I have this treason in paint form?
That would probably not end up with much blood left over. Plus, you might like to check your secret mission.
Oh, I know. I just love blood. It's so red.
So, moving onwards. What?
Never heard of it.
You are not allowed any paint.
I was requested by my loyalty officer to achieve paint. And I mean, like, that guy.
The team leader.
Correct.
No.
I was instructed.
He's
to
lying.
paint.
Well, the team leader required. Team leader,
Yes, friend computer.
are you part of the traitorous plot?
Of course not, friend computer. He's lying. Sounds very traitorous. And you'll note he does have a treason star. Untrustworthy, if you ask me.
May
And
we
the
refer
loyalty
to
officer.
the equipment, the recording equipment that shows prior conversations
recording?
where I was requested to achieve
Could I
paint.
please inspect the equipment?
Friend computer, please play back the message from our team leader instructing me to achieve paint.
You weren't recording at the time. You have to activate your eyeball implant in order to record.
Team leader, can I make a suggestion as
Yes, loyalty officer.
primary loyalty officer of the situation? Can I suggest that our happiness officer pulls out one of them grenades that she's got on her back pockets and blows up the engineer command of clearly being disloyal?
I feel like that'd be a waste of a grenade for just one star.
And an inappropriate use
I-
of equipment.
I think
Combat
that
officer agrees.
I think that treachery is of the highest importance to.
Are there any
diminish.
other troubleshooters around at the moment?
No, the blue troubleshooter that was here earlier has gone off in order to continue with his actions within Alpha Complex.
Okay, we're going to run down the corridor really fast. You guys go, I'll follow. Go! Immediately!
I have a suggestion for our glorious team leader.
Yes?
We could ask permission to go down this corridor just this once.
No, I don't know about that, but I've got an idea. Friend computer,
Yes, citizen.
can we please have special clearance to head down this corridor? It's important for our mission.
But this corridor is black. It is well within your security clearance.
Excellent. I walk down the corridor. And by walk, I mean run at great speed.
We
Excellent.
follow.
I follow. Yeah, we all follow said.
Good leading,
At a
yes.
pace
yeah,
that avoids
follow said
catastrophe.
loyalty officer because he's clearly a very
Yeah,
team
you
leader,
can judge my loyalty.
Ah no, I don't.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We run down the corridor.
As
With
you
permission, because it's black. as
It's a
we
black
said,
corridor.
yeah.
as you start to run down the corridor, that team of green insect goons that dropped you off earlier starts making their way back and comes across you. And these guys, being higher clearance than you, don't even ask permission of friend computer. All they can see are traitorous elements in a white corridor.
Wait, are they in the white corridor?
No, they're in the black corridor.
How far away is the black corridor?
About 12.5 metres from where you are at the moment.
Running quite fast.
I was.
Does combat officer need to stand forward with gun and rocket launcher?
Combat officer, deal with this. Everyone else, run.
French computer, what colour is this corridor that we are currently in?
Black.
So you agree that we have permission to be in this corridor out loud?
You do indeed have permission to be in this corridor.
Are you able to inform the combat team or the
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 goons.
green insect goons.
correct that they are in
Green,
course?
green team, this corridor is black. These citizens are available to be, are allowed to be here. At which point the green insect goon turns around and goes, "The friend computer, this corridor is white."
Treason!
He turns around and the computer looks at the corridor. You are indeed correct. This is a white corridor. These are obviously traitors.
Friend computer, I do have it here on good authority from yourself. This is definitely a black corridor.
Yes, it is indeed a black corridor.
Move,
Activate recording
move.
equipment.
Activate, yeah. You can
Yeah.
blink, I think, to see that.
Sorry, friend computer, could you please repeat that previous statement?
This corridor is black.
Friend computer,
I
can you
take a
keep
good look
repeating it?
around
I
the
enjoy
white
the sound of your
corridor.
voice.
Yeah.
Go! We need
The
something
green
more than walk down a
insect
corridor.
I-
goons
I-
are not
I-
paying any attention anymore. They have seen traitors, and there is obviously some treasonous subversion of friend computer going on here. Therefore, they must eliminate the traitors.
Can
Now,
I-
that was you three. Who was running down the corridor? There
think
was
we all
yourself.
were.
We all were.
We were all running down the
Oh
corridor.
dear. Oh dear.
Is there anything that might save us?
Yes.
What sort of safety equipment do you think should be there?
Mops.
GM?
Lots
How
of
about
mops.
You-
Wait, I've got one. Okay.
Sorry.
Function over form? Or have I completely missed it?
Kind of
I'm only a combat officer. My brains are limited. My power of guns are massive.
You can invent a declarative terrain feature.
Not yet, because we don't even know what colours.
You indeed find a number of safety mops that is deployed here. Unfortunately, they do not help against green laser blasts. Would everyone please move on to clone their next clone? So, in your clones, change that to 2, except those of you who are already on,
Oh,
where you can be clone number 3.
Yikes.
Excellent. And
We're
after
back up from the corridor.
Indeed, you are. A small door opens up in the side of the black corridor at the start of the white one, and you all step out fresh and ready to serve Alpha Complex.
So we need to figure out a way to get out of this corridor, don't we?
blow a hole through the door? Or through the side?
It's not an appropriate use of equipment.
And remember, your mission is to rectify the situation. You have to somehow get this corridor back to being black.
Very true.
So, doesn't say it has to be paint.
May we
Marmite.
requisition further equipment for our trip into the outdoors? May I requisition black duct tape?
That sounds useful.
It may be used for versatile purposes to appropriately contain potentially injured limbs, dropped gear, any field repairs that may be required for the glorious Alpha Complex.
You may indeed have some duct tape. How much duct tape do you think you will need? 1, 2, 5?
5,000 meters will do, I think, what we need. Make sure it's black duct tape. And of course,
Yeah.
black duct tape is the only material for size. Maybe requisition 12 pallets.
12 pallets of
Yes.
black duct tape.
This
Yes,
is a very important task.
indeed.
Yes.
We do indeed have sat in one of our department bays 12 pallets of duct tape. It will be delivered momentarily.
Excellent. Thank you, friend computer, for ensuring we're able to optimize our path to this glorious
To
task.
glory.
I stand far away from the equipment officer.
That might be a good plan.
I stand far away from where the duct tape is about to drop.
Well, this is the thing with Alpha Complex. There are many ways to deliver said objects. In this case, R&D has been developing a high-speed
Yeet
re-entry tool for high-speed delivery of mission essential requirements. Unfortunately, this does kind of involve a planetary mass driver from orbit.
With this help,
Yes, improvised defences will help.
it's not a bucket, it's a helmet.
Indeed, you indeed have a helmet. Helmet does not help against 200 tons of duct tape, though. Would you please move on to clone number 3 as well?
Amazing.
But you do now have a lot of duct tape.
Boy, I sure am glad I requested enough black tape to black this corridor up.
Yes, do that. You're the equipment officer. Get on with it.
I equip my team adequately with the correct tools for the job.
And we-
Everyone is instructed to take 1 pallet each.
And we duct tape the room. Corridor.
I supervise.
Excellent. You managed to get through to the other end of the corridor.
Huzzah!
Mission accomplished. Move down corridor.
GG, let's go.
You get to the end of the corridor, at which point there is a pair of large blast doors that lead to the infrared barracks. Upon opening these, you are assaulted by a rather vile smell. Of course, because the infrared employees have not been able to leave their barracks because of this white corridor, they have unfortunately starved to death within their barracks.
Okay.
Hygiene officer. Where's my hygiene officer? Oh, we don't have one.
You were not issued with a hygiene officer for this mission.
Friend computer, can I request several scrub bots in this sector, please?
Of course you can.
Thank you.
The scrub bots come along and they clear away everything that is not meant to be here, such as dead bodies, any slightly mouldy jumpsuits, and certainly duct tape.
But we got through the corridor.
Yeah, we're in the room.
That's an issue for later on.
Well, later on, us is now you because
Because the passage of time.
this corridor only went to the infrared barracks.
I'm going to ask the rest of the team, why were we going to the barracks again? The arrow pointed there. Where's the arrow pointing?
R&D. We
Back out the way along the corridor.
We needed to go to the barracks to get equipment because we were going outside.
Yes.
That's
were
why
going
we
to
went to
our
the
Friend
barracks.
computer, can you remind us what equipment we're looking for?
You are looking for the crashed vulture craft out in the outdoors in order to get the indigo tubes and bring them back to Alpha Complex.
All this stuff.
Frank and Peter, can I ask an estimate of how long the bodies have been dead for inside of the barracks?
They have probably been dead for about 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
Team leader, do you think we should have masks whilst we're in this dirty, smelly room?
I mean, it's clean now. The scrub bots have been here.
Oh, we did.
We also have snow goggles, which is effectively a mask for your eyes.
What colour
if you would
are
like, I may
snowy
issue
equipment?
these.
I rarely
They're
breathe
white.
through my eyes, but thank
Right,
you.
team.
Yes.
Pop on your outdoor snowy equipment. We're going
Yes.
back down the corridor.
Yes. Genius.
We all put on our white outdoor equipment that we've been authorised to wear.
I have an
Yeah.
idea for equipment I can requisition.
You should requisition anything anymore.
Put on the white gear. Walk back down the corridor.
Yes.
If we
yeah.
rec-
White
Clock's
gear.
ticking.
White gear
Concrete
back down the
tunnels.
corridor. We all put on white gear and follow our glorious leader back down the corridor.
Excellent. You get down to the
I would
the
like to
far
be in
end.
the barracks still,
You're still in the barracks, okay?
tying my shoelaces.
Excellent.
Before the goons find you in the corridor.
We're wearing white.
Yeah. We have white clearance.
You
This
all,
suit's clearance.
all of you, minus Anarchy, get back to the far end.
Yes.
Without issue.
Yes.
However, the corridor is now sparkling white and is definitely not black like it should be.
There's plenty of
Okay.
leftover duct tape.
Get taping.
Or front computer's had a battery issue.
Team leader, I would question the loyalty of Anarchy for staying behind and not obviously following in your devout leadership.
Noted. We'll keep an eye on him.
Okay.
we quickly reduct tape
It.
Anarchy. I thought you were Anarchy.
Yes. Did you just assume my gender?
You said he does.
You don't. Gender is not a thing in Alpha Complex.
Friend computer, please, may friend computer reconfirm my identity form is as I was led to believe. Not that I would doubt friend computer.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes. You are indeed
Yes.
you.
Yes. With a gender of both.
Yes.
And okay.
Okay.
Duct tape. Now.
As we were, yes.
Yes.
No
Back to
longer-
the duct tape.
Duct tape.
Loyalty no longer in
R&D.
question.
Let's go. Let's,
Oh, nice.
let's lock and load.
Nice.
So
While I
you-
inspect my equipment in, of course, the place where I was inspecting my equipment, instead of running down a corridor I was not supposed to be in, maybe, for a second time.
The corridor's black now, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but we have got only black duct tape on the walls, so surely that can peel off should we need to.
No, they're white again now, aren't they? The corridor's white.
We're
back in
reduct
there.
We're reduct
yeah.
taping. There was more duct tape than we needed. We took one pallet each, that's what he said, which means there are 7 pallets remaining, which is clearly enough to do the corridor.
And if required, I can always just order more and sacrifice a clone.
Yeah. Roger. Let's do that.
Sacrifice a clone. Would that not be a waste of Alpha Complex resources?
That almost sounds
That-
traitorous.
that's-
It's
That
one of
is it,
those
that
things
sounds
where I
it.
say the words inside my head out loud.
I'm-
But what really?
No, unfortunately, your thoughts are known to our friend computer as well. Unfortunately, no, you are definitely proving to be very untrustworthy.
How may I prove myself to friend computer that I am a friend to friend computer?
If you would really like to prove just how trustworthy you are to friend computer, by admitting that your clone is obviously traitorous, you could immediately report to the nearest termination booth.
Moving on.
Yeah. Main room.
Temporarily.
After the
Where's the
corridor.
arrow going?
Party
Where's the
before
arrow going?
accepting termination.
The arrow?
As a sign of my loyalty.
Yeah.
The arrow is pointing out of the corridor and down a left-hand turn.
I will follow the arrow.
You go following the arrow through 3 left-hand turns,
Excellent.
back to the corridor.
Brilliant.
Frank Computer, can you determine for us where the direction of the arrow will take us, please?
It will take you where you need to go.
Friend computer, where do we need to go to achieve outdoors?
You need to
Follow the arrow.
follow the arrow. Yes.
Thank you for confirming, friend computer. We do not doubt you.
I want to find a door.
You do indeed find a.
To the outside. I want to find a door to the outside.
Quick clarification. Well done. You find a door to the outside, hidden away. About you sort of wander down. You ignore the arrow. I'll utterly treason
minimise
myself,
it.
That is very true.
But you do indeed find a guide to the outdoors.
Are we outdoors now? Question mark.
I suggest we use our equipment effectively for optimum team-based
Excellent.
exercises.
I assume you've already filled in the form.
Of course. So we must now equip our standard issue Brunton compass to ensure not getting lostness, because in the outdoors we may not have the guidance of friend computer's golden arrows.
I briefly open the door and like peek out.
Yep.
What's it look like?
There is
I recommend snow
a
goggles.
sea of white, and up above is blue that goes on forever.
It's horrible.
It is indeed. It's just vast and slightly terrifying.
It's too big. I
Friend
don't like
computer,
it.
can you tell us if this scene of white is either ash or snow?
You would probably have to get some and bring it back to Alpha Complex for friend computer to be able to analyse it.
I'll put my finger in it and I'll lick it.
Ash.
It's slightly grainy. Doesn't really taste very nice. I've never tasted its like before.
Can I use a set of equipment to sense if there was any danger please, to us if we were making steps outside?
Of course you can.
I can issue you electric socks.
So that's fine. So which sense
Those are
are you
level
going to
clearance
heighten?
Those suites are blue level clearance. You should be.
Sight,
sorry.
sounds.
Smells.
Keep up the trigger
Sounds.
finger.
You're going to sound.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, you decrease this. He has a hypersense mask,
Yeah.
which allows him to decrease his other senses in order to increase one particular sense. You have
Increase your common sense. That's what
Yeah. It's your common sense.
you dial back your taste, your smell, your sight, even your touch. Your body goes slightly numb. In return, your hearing is so good, you can hear this weird buzzing sound coming from over the hills beyond.
I sneeze as loudly as possible as a reaction to the weird, dusty, snowy substance.
outdoorsiness.
Excellent. The sneeze deafens you.
I apologise to my loyalty officer.
He can't hear you.
I attempt to sign my apology using hands.
Can I
Symbols.
use that to interrupt his action? Or no?
You can, but
It'll be irrelevant.
you're still
That's
deaf
fine.
at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point.
yeah, that's fine.
Pardon?
What? Yeah. That's fine. No problem.
But you are now outside. You start following the compass.
Right.
You get maybe 3 or 4 days into your journey
Excellent.
before realising that the canteens that you were issued were only canteens,
No water.
and there was no water in them. Your clones reappear at a familiar corridor in Alpha Complex.
Should we not fill up one of these canteens, team leader, with some of
I
this
think that's
white
probably a
substance
wise
outside?
idea.
I'm just going to update my clone.
So we're on four.
Dave,
Your
please.
clone.
what do you mean careful?
I'm going to get my new clone.
Dave, think about it logically, mate.
Hey, you got your hearing back.
Yeah.
Yes, you can now.
Yeah!
Quite
I
happily.
can hear everything and talk normally.
I'd like to requisition 12 pallets of water for our canteens.
Oh God, please
Delivered
no.
to the location of our team leader, as he is the most effective person to deliver them to us.
He is a beacon.
We need to keep one canteen free to be able to collect some white substance to find out what this is.
Yes.
Yes.
Or we could requisition additional equipment. 12 pallets of canteens.
Hey.
Is this your new clone?
What are you talking about? I'm the same clone.
Roger.
David, right?
I'm the team leader.
It's Alex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Jeffrey, right?
Jeffrey, right?
fine.
Okay. Hello.
You are
just
requisitioning
here a
a
second
number
ago.
of pallets of water to be delivered.
Yes. For our expedition to the great unknown. We don't know
Excellent.
for how long this will last, so we require adequate supplies.
The
And
guest
how many pallets do you think you will need?
12.
12 pallets.
Delivered to the location of our team lead, who may best effectively deliver it to us, as he knows how much water we consume.
Excellent. 12 pallets of water are delivered to you.
Excellent.
Each pallet is about 300 mil square and contains one glass containing exactly 300 mils of water, precisely measured.
Perfect.
You have 12 of them.
Of course it's precisely measured.
Excellent. Thank you,
Frank
friend
Computer
computer.
wouldn't
It was perfect
precisely measure anything.
amount.
Since we just died first,
Yes.
we die of other things such as hunger, disease.
That's probably.
There is no
that's
hunger and
probably-
disease in Alpha Complex. Don't be
We'll be in
ridiculous.
Alpha Complex, we'll be outside of Alpha Complex. We're
We don't go
socially-
outside of Alpha Complex.
We
Our
are
mission
outside.
is to leave Alpha Complex, team leader, and
I
you
feel like
are
this is a communist
to lead the
conspiracy.
team. Friend computer, I call into. I raise my doubts.
This is the hardest game I've
You
ever
are,
played
you
in my
are
life.
indeed required to go outside in order to retrieve the indigo cylinders from the vulture craft. You have been authorised to go outside.
Excellent. I just wanted confirmation. Thank you, Frank Computer.
My pleasure.
Let's go, team.
May I change my loyalty tokens with the team leader? as I am.
You would like. Trying to get rid of treason stars sounds highly treasonous.
It would. However, I am not the person I was 2 stars ago. I have learned from my clone's mistakes.
This is
After 4 days of travelling the wasteland for Friend Computer's mission to us.
So you were trying to give away treason stars that you do not have.
Yes. It was more a question of these sins have been forgiven. However, our team leader did not believe in our mission.
I believe in the mission.
I would never question the team leader's rules.
Of course not.
No.
I was
wouldn't
chosen
now.
as team leader
But
by Friend Computer. Are you
moments ago.
questioning Friend Computer's judgment in picking me as team leader?
I believe I reminded Friend Computer that you needed reminding of our mission.
Well,
Effective
Friend-
use of
Friend
brain
Computer.
equipment is important for the equipment officer. But now that your brain has been adequately engaged, I believe we're all in agreement and we can happily go forth with no further pills.
Let's go to the outside.
Let's go to the outside. We
My leader
requisition
style is leading
a
from
tube to
behind.
the outside.
At which point you get a message from Cosmo, who comes through. Excuse me, troubleshooters. It's now been nearly a week, and this issue with this corridor has still not been resolved.
Better get
Oh
duct
my
tape,
god,
boys.
the white corridor. Oh no. This game is so
Yes,
savage.
we're on an urgent mission from Friend Computer.
Indeed, to rectify the issue of the black corridor that has been painted white.
Yes, and another mission.
No, there is no other mission than this.
I believe
This
Friend
is
Computer
more-
has given us another mission.
I think Cosmo needs a happy pill. He doesn't seem happy, and it's my job to keep people happy.
The happiness officer should keep people happy.
I mean, and his happiness will make us even happier.
That's fine. Cosmo can issue his own happiness pills, being that he is several levels of security clearance above you. However, at this time he does not have any happy pills, so he would happily have a happy pill from you. Thank you,
Oh
kindly.
dear lord.
So I feel like this would make him happy enough to let us happily continue with our mission.
To paint the corridor black. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
he-
you are happy. He is
being
happy
interrupted.
to let you continue with that mission.
This is the hardest game I've ever played.
Should we try and slow down a bit of time to paint it to see if we can find any time?
Ooh. Well, I don't know.
Whoa, that sounds like
That.
mutant talk.
That seems evil.
Everyone knows that mutants are treasonous.
Certainly not a mutant.
What about a registered mutant? Are you a registered mutant?
Of course not.
The power of that mutant power card certainly seems very mutanty.
Friend Computer, I
Yes,
believe this
citizen.
troubleshooter is a mutant. As we know, mutants are disgusting, vile abominations and will be destroyed.
Indeed, they should.
Well, I'm going to claim misidentified.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
you have okay, wonderful. You have indeed misidentified one of the troubleshooters. It is not he that is a mutant. Which of your other troubleshooter friends is a mutant?
Probably that one.
The loyalty officer, the most loyal of our officers.
This is in fact a. How could a loyalty officer have fallen so low? 50 XP to the first troubleshooter to kill the loyalty officer.
At forward with gun, rocket launcher.
Excellent. Clone number 4, please, loyalty officer. And a
Okay, my
suitable
50 XP.
smear across the wall.
And I claim 50 XP.
You do indeed claim 50 XP.
We've been playing this game for nearly an hour, right? I've managed to walk down a corridor. I've been
managed to run
killed
down it
3
as well.
times. And I've walked down a corridor, ran down a corridor, duct taped a corridor, then walked back down the same corridor, and then died. I know, right? I'm
4
living the
times.
dream. 4 times. I love this game.
I'd like to requisition 400 meters of concrete tubes to be delivered from global orbit to approximately our location to ensure that our mission to the outdoors is a safe and happy passage with no further unexpected
I would like to get out of the way.
shenanigans.
Excellent.
I would like to step
Delivered
back.
to 5 meters away from myself.
Okay. Is it? You indeed have this concrete pipe delivered to approximately 5 meters away
Dave,
from you,
please.
plus or minus 1% difference at the point of launch, which over a couple of 100 miles, well, that small hospital that was on the far side of Alpha Complex isn't really there anymore.
That's fine, we don't need a hospital, we're healthy. Can you
Exactly.
please relaunch until it comes closer?
You want Alpha Complex to walk its shots towards you.
As the equipment officer, I believe I am best equipped to deliver the bad news. And by bad news,
Normally I only get body counts that number equal to sort of 6 times the number of players. I've never quite had someone take out entire sectors. Congratulations.
It's not genocide. Friend Computer demanded we operate in an effective manner to complete this task, and I believe this is the best way forward. Would our team leader confirm?
You're the equipment officer.
And we need to be equipped to not drown
What he said.
4 days into our mission.
I believe in
or
my
starve
team.
to death,
Except for the mutants.
whoever they may be. That sounds like something a mutant might say.
I hate mutants.
It
That sounds like something
And
you might
commies.
say.
We're
sounds like something
definitely
communists
not
would say.
that. Communists don't share their equipment. I'm only. Wait, I got that back.
I don't know much about communists, but I know they definitely share.
Why do you know so much about communists, team leader?
I read about them in a pamphlet distributed to me explaining how to kill communists most effectively.
Wonderful. I do not find any record of any such pamphlet having been issued, though. Tell me, how did you come across this pamphlet?
It was given to me.
By whom?
One must
By
assume it
this
was some sort of
troubleshooter.
communist.
Would you like to explain yourself? Why have you been handing out communist pamphlets?
I don't believe I've ever seen a communist pamphlet. The only pamphlet I've ever had is on weaponry.
Communist weaponry?
All weaponry. So that I know how to...
Including communist weaponry.
only so I know how to disarm the communist of them.
But has come in to hear communist weaponry.
As
Likely
combat
story.
officer, it's important to know how to disarm and use enemies' weaponry against them.
Whilst this would definitely be a good use of your time and the pamphlets, I feel that this knowledge is well above your security clearance and you should not know it. Therefore, please have a treason star, and we will indeed have you reporting to R&D in order to have said knowledge removed from your brain at the end of the mission.
Excellent work, friend computer.
We've walked down a corridor.
3 times.
That's it.
Are you enjoying this?
Yeah, I love it, but like, God, it's hard.
I think we're going to ruin your schedule if we complete this game successfully.
Yeah,
Do
it's.
you think you are or you're not?
No, we will.
I think it's going to take us
definitely.
7 hours to get out of this corridor.
I think
Got
I'm.
35 minutes.
I think I'm
left.
going to be in an infinite loop of corridors for the rest of my life.
Do we need to black up a corridor, or
It's still black though, isn't it, the corridor?
We need to make the
you
corridor
mean the white
white.
corridor?
The white
No, the corridor
is
is
still
white.
black.
We need to make
currently.
it black.
You need to make it black. It was mistakenly painted white.
What security
Computer,
clearance is
may
this
I
corridor?
ask? We put
Ultraviolet.
duct tape on the corridor.
It's an ultraviolet
Yes.
corridor.
How did the duct tape
And we have
come
clearance
off
to be
the
in there.
corridor
No.
to therefore make it white when the duct
So
tape
we should
came off
probably
was
leave.
black?
That's a good idea.
Well, the corridor is black, and the duct tape came off when the scrub box removed any material that should not be there,
However,
such
we-
as the duct tape.
We retaped the corridor to get me out of the infirmary 2 bodies ago. Before we were annihilated by thirst.
We should paint this
in the
corridor.
outdoors. Paint?
Yeah,
That
you
sounds
should
most
definitely ask
treasonous.
us, okay?
We tried requesting.
What colour exactly
Oh,
would you like to paint this corridor?
Ultraviolet.
Why would? But this corridor is black. Why would you want to do such a thing?
It looks black, but it's actually ultraviolet.
No, this corridor is definitely black according to Frank Computer's schedule.
Well, I'm not really sure then. What colour would you like us to paint this corridor?
It should be black.
Then we'd like some black paint, please.
We can't just go around handing out black paint. I explained this to your equipment officer. Can you imagine the sheer anarchy that would occur if we handed out black paint? You could turn any ultraviolet corridor and just ruin all the security.
This definitely sounds like potentially treasonous action.
That's a good point.
Loyalty officer. The team leader is calling everybody treasons, yet when he wants to paint the walls, I'm wondering if he might be a treason.
I don't want to paint the walls. Friend computer can't just go giving out black paint. There would be anarchy.
Frank Computer, who painted it white?
But this,
Who is authorised to paint?
I would.
The scrub lines.
well, the maintenance
seems
procedures
like the only
and
loyal
mind
thing to
control
do at this point.
departments were the ones that originally painted this corridor, and they painted it black as they were supposed to. I have the requisition forms here that state it is black.
I would.
Computer, maybe check these requisition forms.
Indeed, you may.
I have, yeah.
Gives you a printout that comes out from a small printer that appears from a wall.
Excellent.
You get sort of a many photocopied version of a form that was filled out. And in there it states that the scrub bot that was done to fill this corridor, to paint this corridor, was filled with black paint. Quite clearly states it.
Does it state quite clearly who filled it with black paint?
It does. It was a user, a yellow clearance troubleshooter, known as Ham, from the sector TYM.
Are we able to
How?
reach this sector?
Not from where you are.
Are we able to drop pipe on it?
Not anymore, as it has already been destroyed by pipe.
Then we no longer need to investigate Ham for his loyalty.
Is
and
his middle
filling up a
initial
scrub
R?
bot with
It
white
is indeed.
paint.
Excellent.
How would you know his middle initial is R? Team lead.
I just read it on this printout. His name is Ham R from Sector Time.
Sorry. Okay. Okay, no problem. I'm sorry to question your loyalty there, team leader. My apologies.
I'm not sure what the amusement is, to be honest.
As long as the citizens are happy. Because
Okay.
happiness
I'm always happy.
is
Our happiness
mandatory.
officer is doing a great job.
Happiness.
I'm like what we currently like to call 2019 happy.
So, what is your next failed attempt? I mean, plan?
Don't look at me, I don't exist.
I'm just staring blankly into space at the moment.
I think we need to empty the scrub bots somehow in a way they'll need refilling, and then we can fill them with the same black paint that they previously had.
Frank Computer, could you send the scrub bots to our location?
Yes.
That are designed to scrub this corridor.
Indeed, we can do that.
Because there is in fact a smudge, and the entire corridor will need repainting until the smudge goes away.
Okay, tell me, what colour does this corridor need painting?
This black corridor,
Yes, what colour should it be painted?
all according
Black.
to Friend Computer's design. We cannot question Friend Computer's security protocols.
Black. Please paint it black. Black paint, please, Frank Computer.
Naughty officer, your repetition of the colour black
Yes.
is a commendable
Thank you.
point in your favour
Thank you
as
so
to
much.
what colour this should be.
Yes.
We will indeed get the scrub bots out now in order to paint this corridor black.
I swear to God, if it's white,
Fresh scrub bots
I'm
or
gonna
the previous
ask
ones?
for a gun and shoot myself. Oh, I love it. But
There
like,
is a number of squad bots that turn up and they go along. You can see small
zebra corridor.
rollers extend out from their sides and they start painting the corridor black.
oh God.
We did it! Whee! Good job, loyalty officer.
Excellent.
As soon as the corridor is painted black, you can hear the hup, 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 hup of green internal security goons coming to pick you up to take you to debriefing. So, you are all collected, taken off. Excellent. You are taken to a debriefing room where Cosmo awaits you. He sees you, stood around. Congratulations, troubleshooters. I am so glad. It did take you a little while. I mean, I've never heard of a troubleshooter team taking a week to paint a corridor, but, you know,
We are nothing if not thorough.
Yeah.
Indeed, this is exactly it. So,
What's important is that we tried.
Indeed.
We took
And
out
succeeded.
problems, though, like, so this will never happen again.
At which point, you have all been awarded 250 XP.
Nice.
Oh my.
Tremendous.
Please, team leader, would you mind marking I have not been equipped?
Equipment officer.
Yes.
I'm afraid our weapons officer doesn't have the proper equipment to mark his sheet.
That sounds pretty treacherous, if you ask me.
Yeah. Do you have authority to share that equipment?
Did you get
with-
permission from the equipment officer to distribute your equipment to
Yes.
another team lead?
Yes, I
member?
did, yeah.
Just leave me a fiver later, I'll let you through.
There's a form for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please complete.
If you'd like to
fill in
ask the equipment
requisition
officer for
form.
the appropriate form that I did fill out to allow our
I'll believe you.
Weapons
As
officer.
team leader,
yeah.
I have faith in my team,
Now,
except for the mutants.
if you will excuse me, I have some other troubleshooter teams to debrief. At which point he pushes a button on his desk and a steel wall slams down, hiding him from your sight. At which point the door opens and in walks Earl B. DOJ. Troubleshooters! I heard you were back. I hope the mission went well, yes?
Yes.
Amazingly.
To the
Excellent.
best of our ability.
Wonderful.
Smooth as
So, tell me, where are the cylinders?
Oh no.
We're not authorised to touch them, so we left them where they were.
Yes.
We didn't have a transport officer. We requisitioned one, allegedly, but we were unable to
Yes.
move.
So as team leader, I will delegate that my team will explain exactly what the problems were.
That's very good, but I feel that this is possibly, well, I can only see it as a failure to complete Alpha Complex's strict objectives. I feel that termination for each individual is required. I can only imagine that some treasonous
Each individual of the team that, was correctly identified.
excellent. Apart from that one individual who was not identified.
Shouldn't have even been in the room, right?
Indeed, exactly. And I don't understand why he's leaving, but he will get terminated later. In that case, the mistaken identity. Excuse me, Alex.
Hello, friend computer.
Hello. Unfortunately, you have been mistakenly identified as being the team leader of this party.
I don't think I'm the team leader. This guy's
I'm the team
He's
leader.
got the team leader badge.
But
I am the
you
team
have been
leader.
mistakenly identified as the team leader.
Oh dear.
Unfortunately, you must submit to termination as well.
I'll go and get right on that then.
And thus ends your foray into the outdoors with mass terminations for all members involved.
Certainly right and proper.
Indeed.
We die the way we lived. Dying.
Unsuccessfully.
Painting a corridor.
Eventually.
Yeah. My God. Is that it? Is that game over?
That is indeed
Oh
game
my
over.
God. We literally
Painted a corridor, boys. We
painted
did
a
it.
corridor.
Yeah, I think we failed.
I
We
mean,
duct-taped the corridor,
I'm
then we
pretty
painted it.
chuffed with that objective, to be fair.
I-
I'm happy. I'm
Friend
happy we.
computer, is that corridor still there?
Yes.
Oh really?
Yes, the corridor is still no. The corridor is no longer there. For some reason, it has suddenly exploded.
Interesting.
Yeah, there is no more corridor. We're not entirely sure why. Something must have happened.
I don't know, maybe it's the one left a bomb in there.
I wonder who possibly could have done that.
Certainly wasn't the team leader.
Certainly not. With the mother of all bombs.
Nice. Is that it? Is that GG?
That is indeed.
That is
Congratulations.
GG for Paranoia. Basically, we spent quite a considerable amount of time figuring out that we were in a corridor, walking back through a corridor again, coming back through the same corridor, clearing some bodies, duct taping the corridor, before then walking back through the corridor.
Dying outside.
Dying outside, yeah, we went outside. I became deaf.
Back in the corridor.
We got back in the corridor after I was deaf because you sneezed, so thanks for that.
Bless you.
Yeah, Paranoia, ladies and gentlemen. That was so much fun.
Also-
What have we got next?
I had a secret mission.
Me too.
Blow up the corridor.
Wait, the team leader achieved his secret mission by blowing up the corridor.
I was the Frankenstein destroyer.
No, he did not complete his mission. Because your mission was to blow up an ultraviolet corridor.
It was a black
And this
corridor.
was a black corridor.
Lied to me.
Okay. I painted the walls black.
We never got
I
outside of the
specifically
corridor.
repeated the word black. I think about 18 times. What was everyone's secret mission?
Bungees. I was like, I don't know,
Well, I've
pay
just
for
realised
bungees.
I perhaps could have killed LB Dojo or whatever, and mellow him out permanently and give him a hit of drugs so he could have seen the light, man.
Indeed, you were a member of the Mystics in order to try and mellow him out with the sedatives that you were issued as part of your equipment.
I've just had an update, by the way. We are only £41 away from £3,000
That is in ways
on the donation
not
stuff.
Great British pounds, of course.
I feel
Yes. Yes.
That is very
Yes.
close.
I
That's
feel
very close.
that
41 quid.
Someone should
That's all we
donate
need.
41
Donate
pounds.
£41.
I feel
Just
that
giving.
not donating £41 would be treasonous.
It would be
And so
treasonous.
everyone should be donating £41 at this point.
Exactly. Listen to
These
Fred
pens
Computer.
worth. I will donate them.
Listen to Fred Computer. Right,
that
okay,
went
guys.
really well.
We're going to take a break there, and then we're going to come back with
one.
whatever game it says is coming up next on
Possession
the
is
stream.
treason. Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys.
Possession of
Thank
outside
you.
is treason.